Hello YouTube. So if you can't tell, I shaved my head and I'm currently hiking in Sedona right now. Look how beautiful it is. But yeah, I just wanted to make a quick video telling you about why I shaved my head and just giving a little update. So, if you don't mind, I'm just gonna be talking while I'm hiking. So I want to start by saying, for some people, shaving your head is not a big deal at all because it grows back. You might just shave it because you want it to look a certain way, or you don't want to have to deal with the length, whatever. For other people, it's a big deal. You know, like women are kind of expected to have like long hair, and it's kind of like, I don't know, there's just a lot of like stigma around women who shave their heads like this, and I actually fall into that category of someone who's definitely like, it's a big deal for me to shave my head because all my life I've had long, dark, brown hair, and I've never had it this short before. The longest I've had it, or the shortest I've had it, is like up to my shoulders, and that was like once in my life. So it was a huge deal for me to do it. And yeah, I mean, I also want to mention, for other people, you know, some people have to shave it for health reasons, and some people have hair loss and they're not able to keep their hair. So I recognize that I'm fortunate to be able to kind of have the privilege of being able to choose whether or not I want to keep my hair. So I'm really happy about that. And let me show you this view real quick. It's beautiful. It's also kind of like a cliff right here. But yeah, now let me just get into why I decided to shave it. So starting about 5 years ago, a lot of people don't know this about me, but I had an eating disorder that led to me being 89 pounds, skin and bones. It messed up my hormones, and it actually triggered hair loss. So for the past 5 years, really gradually, all over my head, my hair has been falling out. And like I said, to me, my hair was kind of a big deal. So the fact that every day I was noticing more and more hair loss, it was kind of becoming like a point of anxiety for me. So every day, whenever, especially when I showered and my hair got wet, it would, you know, it would look extra thin. I could start to see my scalp more. You might not notice it in my YouTube videos because I haven't been on YouTube very long. But if you compare it to, you know, 5 years ago when I had like my long, dark, thick hair, there's been a lot of hair loss, and it was becoming, you know, like anxiety inducing seeing that every day, and like pulling out huge clumps from the drain, and just having to, you know, being able to wrap my hair tie around my ponytail like more and more times because of how thin my hair was getting. So yeah, I mean, dealing with that was not fun, and it's gotten to the point I've been so fed up with it. I've thought to myself, I really just want to shave it off, because if I shave it off, then I have nothing to fear anymore, you know? Like, I was living every day in fear that it was going to keep falling out, but then shaving it off kind of, it almost takes away that fear, because, you know, at this point it's like there's nothing to lose. So I was telling my friend that it's almost like if you had a fear of sharks and then decided to go like swim with sharks. It's like facing your fear almost takes away the fear, if that makes sense. So that was one reason I did it. And then that reason is kind of tied to my bigger philosophy about hair. And that is that hair is hair is not that important. You know, it's something physical on our physical body, and it goes away when we die, you know, like it doesn't tell you about who you are. If you have hair loss, it's it doesn't reflect who you are as a person. You know, it's just something on your physical body. And throughout my life, like, kind of what led to my eating disorder is I was always so worried about what people thought of me. Like, I cared so much about my appearance, and you know, that's why it was such a big deal when my hair was falling out, because I was so focused on the external in order to feel like internal peace. And that's not, you know, that's not a recipe for happiness. So, you know, it's like I could preach it all I want that, like, I don't believe that happiness is tied to anything external, but to actually take this step and make the decision and, you know, not just talk the talk, but actually walk the walk, that it was like a huge deal for me. So yeah, I kind of wanted to, I knew, I've been thinking about it for a while now, and I knew that shaving my head is what I wanted to do. I knew that it would make me feel freer. I knew I would feel closer to my true self, because if I could accept myself without any hair, then that's a huge step in the right direction towards self-acceptance. And I definitely feel it now that I've gone ahead and shaved it, because I love it. I love that, not just how it looks. It's not about how it looks, because trust me, I did not do this for looks. But I love that I was able to get up the courage to make this decision because it was something that I wanted to do, and not let anyone else's opinions influence that decision, which that's something I really value. You know, if you've watched my, I posted a video about what it was like going a year without drinking alcohol, and one of my big reasons for doing that was because I knew I wanted to do it, and I wanted to make the decision because it's something that I wanted to do, and I wasn't going to let anyone's judgment get in the way of that or prevent me from doing it. Oh, sorry, this hike is getting a little hilly. Let me show you what it looks like. Sedona is so beautiful, and it's so like peaceful and quiet right now. I usually come in the summer when it's a little busier, but I'm right now, it's the fall and there aren't as many tourists, and it's really quiet and beautiful, and the weather's actually a little cooler, so that's nice. But yeah, so going back to what I was saying, so I knew I wanted to shave my head, and I knew I had this vacation planned in Sedona, so I decided it would be a good time to do it now, because Sedona is just a place where I feel really at peace. And you know, I do a lot of hiking here and meditation and yoga, and I knew that those are all things that would help me kind of deal with the act of shaving my head. And that was definitely true, because I literally shaved my head this morning, and now I'm on a beautiful hike, and I've never felt better, seriously. So now I just want to quickly tell you about what it was like and dealing with what other people's opinions are of me altering something small on my body. Just look at this view. So what I was saying about like going a year without drinking alcohol, one of the things I noticed during that is that people do care if you make a decision to do something that isn't really the norm. So for me, it was always shocking that people cared whether or not I was just like physically putting a liquid into my body. And that's how it is about the hair too. So I really didn't tell many people at all. My boyfriend knew that I was thinking about it. My parents didn't know, but I'm actually with them here in Sedona right now. And the other day I told my mom I was going to cut my hair really short, and she did not want me to do that. And today I saw them right before I went to the salon, and they told me basically that I shouldn't. Long story short, you know, just thinking I'd look like a boy and whatever. So that was their opinion, and then I went in really nervous, not sure I wanted to do it. And then they also had my sister text me telling me that I should wait and I shouldn't go through with it because I might regret it. So I was kind of in there like having all these people's opinions coming at me as I was like about to do it. But you know, I kind of pushed that aside because I told myself this is what I've wanted to do, and you know, I can't live my life based on what other people want me to do, because what kind of life is that? I think it's Bob Marley who says, like, I'm the one who has to die when it's time for me to die, so let me live my life the way I want to, you know? And like, in the end, in the grand scheme of things, it really doesn't affect anyone else except me. Like, me having short hair doesn't affect my mom, it doesn't affect my sister, it doesn't affect my family, my friends. It literally does not affect anyone except me, and I'm happy with it. And I feel a lot lighter and a lot freer, and I feel like with every cut of the scissors was like chopping off the anxiety that I had tied to my long straggly hair, and now it's all gone and I feel great. And you know, I feel like I've taken a step closer to my true self, which is so important for me because, you know, I believe in minimalism. I believe in happiness coming from within, truly. It doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter what you look like. It doesn't matter what you own. All that it matters is that you're happy with yourself and that internally you have peace, because then, you know, you'll have it in all areas of your life. So here is the beautiful Sedona. I think that one is called Chimney Rock because it looks like a chimney. And at some other point this week I'll be hiking Bell Rock, which is my favorite hike, and yeah, stay tuned because I'll definitely post another video about that, maybe documenting it. But anyway, thank you for letting me rant about my hair. To some of you it might not be a big deal at all. To others you might be like, why the heck did she just chop off all her hair? But now you know that it was just all about me expressing my true self. And yeah, I feel a lot better. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!